Hope that's clipped on well. We're gonna get set up for this evening shoot over here. It's been something I've been looking for a good little while, and I finally found a good spot to shoot. So we're gonna shoot this multiple ways too. So this is the spot that we're going to shoot, is this little ice house. And you can see the lights aren't on yet, but as it gets darker, this thing's going to set up really nice. But I'm going to shoot it in a variety, with a variety of cameras. And so we're going to use some film as well as digital, but with the film, we're going to use like 35 millimeter. And instant film as well. And I really need to do the instant film now, and I'll try a shot later too, but the instant film just doesn't do very well as it gets darker, so we're going to try to go ahead and get a couple of scenes. I'm really not sure about the timing of the light on this ice house. I want that top part lit up. I do know that it does light up. It's just, I don't know if it's based on how much light is outside or how much or if it's on an actual like timer. I would think if it was on, like a 24-hour timer, that it would already be on, especially with the time change less than a week ago. But who knows, right? Who knows? But we are getting this equipment together so that I can be prepared. This overhead light just kicked on. You can see I've got a Polaroid, the Leica, and a Instax, and I'm gonna have to throw a new cartridge in this Instax because it is depleted. And then we're gonna start off with the Polaroid and get that fairly quickly. Gotta love dropping stuff. Opened up the wrong compartment. So this Instax is an instant film, and I've already shot one cartridge. And this also allows me to do, get my right side. This allows me to do go in. A few creative things as well. There's my dark slide kicking out. We're going to start off with this Polaroid, and the lights have just kicked on. Let me turn you around so you can see. See, that's what I was looking for, is to get that thing nice and bright. So, we're in business. So this, make sure you focus on me, right? Okay, so this Polaroid, they don't make the film for it anymore. And Other cartridges work in it, but the film is faster than what was made for this. Usually you have to put like a 2-stop ND filter on it. I'm hoping in these early hours that in the evening I won't have to, but I got 3 shots here I can kind of play with and try to get the exposure right. So let's go for the first one. There we go. Make sure you got me focused. All right, so this is also an instant film camera. It's a little bit different than the Polaroid, but this uses Fuji Instax and turns on simply by rotating. I think this is about where I'm gonna wanna be for this shot too. Now I can do some creative things here. First thing I want to do is cut off the flash and try to see what it does with the current exposure without a flash. Shouldn't have to do it. The flash is not going to affect my building a whole lot. So this first one's going to just be kind of a normal shot, and then I'll get creative with it afterwards. There we go. All right, we've got the Leica set up, and I'm using 35mm film here. And this is a rangefinder, and things are going to be a little bit different. I am running an experimental, I call it experimental film, but it's got a purplish tone to it. So we're going to get that shot and see how it looks here. And then the main shots will be coming from the digital here shortly. So I've got a good angle. Let's make this shot happen. So. See if we can make this show how it looks on the inside. All right, so this is what it looks like through the viewfinder. And you can see those lines at the bottom. That's how it meters. So if I get those lines to cross like that, it should be metered properly. Actually, I guess bracket a touch. Let me get the focus where it needs to be. All right, so here's the first one. All right, and we're gonna do another one from the same angle, except we're gonna do it just a touch brighter or a touch faster. 1 stop faster because of the, actually, I'm gonna just build the depth of field up and then see where I can put this. All right, so we're still at 1/45 of a second, is what it looks like. You just have to hold this thing steady on a tripod. All right, they gave me a little bit more depth of field. The first time I was at f1.1, and I just went to f4 to get that shot. So that should work, and we're gonna go digital with it next. All right, we are going digital now. Now I'm gonna probably have to adjust my location because I've got a 24 millimeter on here, but that kind of looks good from here. I'm centering that spot down, and let's show you what it looks like on camera. All right, you got me? All right, so we're gonna just flip this over to video real quick. And I'm gonna get the same settings. So you can see what I'm looking at. All right, so this is that's what the view looks like. I'm dead centered with it, but there's lots of black space. Now the street lights that you see on the right and on the left, I'm gonna probably take those out in post. I just want it to be mostly black in that background. I want it to be alone. So yeah, let's get that. And change the setting just a touch. Everything is centered. There's my shots. All right, I want to get some more angles. So it's going to be 2 more angles. I'm going to get an angle from over there, and then we'll go back to where we were before and get that shot. You got me? All right, you can see I'm somewhat closer to the building now. Again, I'm still shooting with this 24. I'm gonna stick with this 24, but I am moving closer to the building, getting rid of the street lights that are behind the building by having the building block them. So let's get everything set up just to get the angle that I want. Something about like that. And I'm gonna wait until the tail lights from this car goes out, which should be in just a second because they're about to walk into the store, and I'll get that shot.
1 day later.
And you can kind of see what it looks like here on through the Z9 here. I just need those red lights and headlights to go out, and I don't want to wait for them to finish shopping. All right, you can see I've got the Waffle House there. That's on this side. Let me make sure I'm in focus here. And that does present a problem on this angle. And I'm maybe like at a 30-degree angle here, not a true 45 or even a 60. But I've got just a touch of that Waffle House sign. And I'm probably gonna have to edit that out in the file here. Unfortunately, I don't know that I want this one centered. I'm gonna bring it over to the, let me show you here. I'm gonna bring it over to the right side. So we were more like this, but I'm bringing it over to that other side. And I'll just make that left side really dark. I'll get rid of the Waffle House sign to get what I'm looking for here. I'm gonna switch it back, and there's shot number 1, shot number 2, shot number 3. And I think that's gonna be everything. All right. That should be right. Let me look here. You got me focused. Light on my eyes. All right, so I'm putting the gear up, but the Polaroids, the instant film didn't come out quite like I wanted. One of my Instax shots came out okay. The other ones are they're blue, and that could be just the nature of the Fuji film, to be honest with you. The Polaroids they're unusable. I'm gonna need to take those in more daylight than what I did this evening. I got delayed a little bit because the owner of the property actually came up and talked with me for a little bit. He wanted to know what I was doing, and I told him I was shooting the spot, and he asked me why, and I said because it's just an interesting building. It's got its uniqueness. Even though, I mean, you can find these things all around, it makes a nice composition. And I showed him a couple photos, so I'm gonna send him some of the stuff that I've done of this particular building. But the digitals, they're coming out. They're coming out like they should. I'd like to come out here when it rains, to be honest with you. I think that would make a very interesting shot, and it may be something I can do with the Polaroid if it's raining during the daylight. But yeah, we're there's, you know, we don't get a lot of snow down here. If I have a snowy composition that works out, that's one thing, but I can't wait till next winter for that. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot that. But if I do have something like that, I know where to go to get the shot that I want, and make this little project look really good. So yeah, let me get all this gear up and call it an evening.